This is Sarah, your confidence coach for women, here to help you get your shit together. And I'm so excited because today I'm talking about a topic that I love, but also a topic that deeply, bothers me, right? And it's not just about me, it's about something that's larger than me. So if you know me, right, or if you're new to watching me, right, I'm a confidence coach for women. I help women with personal growth and development, with relationships, and with their purpose. At the core and at the center of it is I work with women on worthiness, on self-esteem, on self-love, on simply feeling comfortable in your skin as a woman. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and also on AliciaFierce.com. So this past weekend, I watched Iyanla Van Zandt, right? Her most recent episode of Iyanla Fix My Life. And it had Nefertiti on there and her husband, Shelby. And it was very eye-opening. I watch every single season of Iyanla. I have her books, like right now in my desk space, I have her books kind of all over. Right here is her book, Forgiveness, right? She put that out like 2 years ago. But anyway, and there are a couple of key lessons that I learned from that, but I really, as I watched it, right, when I watch, I literally sit down and take notes, and I recap all of these things I'm talking about in a blog post on my website, AliciaFierce.com/blog, right? And I titled the name of it, The Burden of Black Women Burying Pain, because I simply feel as though, part of my job as a confidence coach is most of my clients are Black women. Some of my clients are white women. Some of them are Indian women. Some of them are Latino women, right? And that's a common thread. But most commonly, I see it with African-American women, because I am an African-American woman. The women in my family are, right? Most of the women that I coach are. And then, not only that, I'm a speaker. So when I go out and I speak to teen girls, college girls, most of the time they're African-American girls or women, right? And there's always a girl or a handful of girls who are like, I don't got no self-esteem issues. I ain't never not love myself. I'm strong. I'm this, I'm that. I'd be like, girl, now, come on. Come on now. They act like they're perfect. They don't got no weaknesses. It's crazy. And it's like they bury certain feelings or emotions, which I saw play out while I was watching Iyanla Fix My Life with Nefi. And also, right, I see that, and I'm also a teacher, so I see it, in the girls that I teach, right? I see it in my clients. I seen it in myself before, burying something. And then I talk about it in my new book, Born Fierce: How to Unleash the Confident Woman Within, how I buried how I really felt about my dad, who I absolutely love and adore. But for a second there, I didn't realize I had buried all of this stuff until one day my students brought something up, and then I felt some kind of way on the inside, and I couldn't figure out why, because I had buried something. So when I saw Nefi sitting there, she buried sexual trauma from when she was a little girl. She, buried the fact that her mom abandoned her. She buried the fact that she was 7 months pregnant, meanwhile fooling with somebody else, meanwhile talking to somebody else. She also really buried the pain that she had lost a child that was 3 months old, right? And his lips had turned black. You got to watch it to see what I'm talking about. And she buried it. And even when Iyanla would say to her, this is traumatic, this has affected you, she's like, no, I'm over it. It ain't nothing happened to me. And she literally pulled out her exact words from when they interviewed her to be on the show, and she still denied it. And it's like I had to stop and think, how many of us as women, especially as Black women, what are we burying? What is deep inside of us, right, that we're holding on to? And we hold on to these things, and it's not necessarily what it is that you're holding on to. It's really a matter of how long you're holding on to. Like, if you think about Nefi, she's been holding on to this for 10, 15, 20, 30 years or more. She's holding on to the pain. And then her husband had all of this baggage and pain, and they had never discussed it, right? And Iyanla always says that you cannot face, you cannot fix what you do not face, and you act like it's not there. So here are 3 things, right, I wrote down, and it's also in my post, that I was able to take away from how us as women, especially Black women, can get out of this burden of carrying this pain, because we deserve so much more. You deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve so much more out of life. You deserve to get the love that you want. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be free, but not if you're carrying this baggage and this pain. Right? So here's the first thing that I learned as a Iyanla style, right? Is that if you have dysfunctional patterns, you need to recognize what they are, and you need to release them and let them go. Okay. My number 2 thing is to acknowledge and feel into the pain, right? She made, her husband go back to the moment in which he himself said he was sexually abused, or when his own child was killed. You see how that trauma, people just carry it, right? And she made him feel into it, and it was uncomfortable, but it helps you heal and deal and get to the other side. And then number 3, express to others what you need. So at the end, she made them sit down and express to each other what they needed from that other person to feel loved, to feel honored, to feel cherished. So again, think about, what are you holding on to that needs to be released, and then let it go.